Alice and Carson are primary school students in Hong Kong of the same age but from different social backgrounds. Alice's parents are in the education and finance sectors. She studies at a private school. While Carson's father is a construction worker and mother is a waitress, he studies at a local public school that teaches in Chinese.
Hey Mom, I told you what, I got 95 marks in my English test today.
Well done, my honey. Keep going. What do you want for the reward?
Can I have the whole series of Narnia? I long to read it, and I have almost finished the Harry Potter series.
Okay, sure, but you have to manage your time.
Yeah, Beth 姐姐，我終於可以買 Narnia。
Honey, I told you a couple of times to speak more English with Beth 姐姐. You have the bear in mind. This is good for you.
Mom, I also speak a lot of English in the drama club with Mrs. Watson and other American friends.
Really? By the way, don't forget to prepare for the Spanish qualification test next week. If you need another revision session, I will arrange it with Miss Bianca, okay?
你喺度睇電視？你做晒功課未？
咪又係英文咯，我唔識做啊。
咁點算啊？今日補習老師又冇嚟，我又唔識做，唉。
係啊，老師唔喺度，啲功課就做錯晒㗎啦。
我諗住而家未考試啊嘛，咁咪補少啲咯。
媽，你留啲錢俾我買嗰部電腦好過啦。我用咗5年，佢就嚟死機啦。有啲功課要上網做㗎。
冇錢啊！除咗補習之外，咪使知我俾錢你啊！
英文功課嚟㗎，話要填咩英文生字先完成個 game 喎。
你識做咩？你搞掂咗你最基本嘅功課先啦。你上網嗰啲功課，我同你老師講，唔使交。
我想試下做呢份功課啊
Differences in socioeconomic status are strongly associated with variation in language outcomes. In Alice's case, she is in high social class in Hong Kong, has more chance to be exposed to English language environment, studies at private school with English as its MOI, and goes to tutorials every week. While Carson is from lower social class in Hong Kong, studies at public school with Chinese as its MOI and insufficient tutorials. Language education can act as primary cultural capital. Because of Alice's proficiency in a third language, which is Spanish, and Carson's not enough resources to learn a third language, and his less awareness of the importance of learning languages, there comes a huge gap in linguistic capital between the two, which further has serious implications for their long-term developmental potential. Five years later, Alice and Carson are doing their presentation in secondary school.
Today we are looking at Spanish cuisine. I personally study Espanol and love Spanish culture. Mi comida favorita es la paella. It means my favorite food is...
Today we going to talk about the use of because
10 years later.
Woohoo! I can't wait to start my winter semester in Canada. I'm going to ski and hike, and I will visit Banff National Park and Emerald Lake. Let's go, my dear exchange buddy.
唉，我好想 exchange， 但係我英文好屎啊 ！I say English not good 啊 ！Your English is gooder than me. English low 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 scary 啊！
20 years later.
It's a pleasure to work with you, Mr. Rowlett. My colleagues will reach out to the organization you mentioned soon. Have a nice day.
Because of Alice's high proficient English, she gets more opportunities at work to deal with different clients around the world and to show her potential. And after 2 years of hard work, she gets a promotion. On the other hand, although Carson graduates works in a private company, he loses lots of chances to handle the important cases because he cannot express fluent English when working with international companies, and there is little chance for him to get promoted in the short term. Social class in today's world is greatly related to economic power, and such power allows one to further gain other capital, which will help in the future. English is considered a globalized language and is heavily utilized in the government or professional sectors. Therefore, Alice's accumulated capital will facilitate her future career path. However, it is not an equation that all low social class students cannot learn good English or learn an extra language. Similarly, it is not necessarily for all upper social class students to speak good English and learn extra language. But the socio-economic status does affect the awareness and the chance to immerse oneself in English language environment, and also the opportunity to learn a new language.